Morning guys, welcome to day 2. As you can see by the clips before me, this trail got a little more interesting than I expected it to. So this was originally where I was going to try and get to last night to camp, but when I saw the campsite next to the stream, I thought that's probably better, so I decided to stay there. But I came out here this morning just to check it out and see the view, which as you can see is pretty crazy. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit and get some pictures, and then we'll start heading back out. Alright, so now we're off of that. We're back on the paved highway, and we are headed north to Aztec Peak. Now the trail that goes to Aztec Peak, there's a couple things that we're going to stop and look at. There's a nice waterfall, and also there's some ruins up above the waterfall. So I'll just send the drone up in the air and get a look at the ruins. So that's where we're headed next. Alright, as you can see, we've made it to the waterfall. There it is right there. And then the ruins are in an alcove up in here. It's pretty nice up here, actually. A little chilly, but we are not to the peak yet, so we'll do that next. But here come the drone shots. far, Aztec Peak, 7,684 feet. Doesn't seem very tall, but still has one hell of a view. There's also some really good views kind of down the trail going back down a little bit, so we'll stop and take a look at those. But yeah, so far car's doing great. Had a little bit of a scare the last couple weeks where when I started the car it was making a really weird noise and I thought the starter was getting stuck, but it actually turns out that the fan shroud was rubbing on the fan. Go figure. So sometimes it's the simplest things. So now that that's fixed, weight lifted off the shoulders, and I can enjoy this trip without having to worry about the car. We're going to start heading down, and I'll stop and show you the views down off of the south side. Alright, back on the paved surface, and we're heading to the next trail that we are going to take back down towards Roosevelt Lake. Now, I had another one marked. I'm coming up to it here actually pretty quick. That'll go off to the right, but I've decided not to do that one because we've only got just over half a tank of fuel, and I want to be able to make it back. So any more side trips are going to have to be put on hold. Alright, so I was going to keep going on the highway up to this green line right here, and then that loops around and meets up with the end of this orange trail. I've decided to get on this one right here and go this way, and then hopefully try to meet up with this orange one either this way or going around this way. So we'll see how it goes. It's tight and very rocky, so it's going to be slow going. So I don't know if it's going to save me any time or any fuel, but let's find out. Alright, thankfully we've gotten out of the wash and we've gone up a hill, so it's speeds have kind of increased a little bit. But the positive thing that I'm seeing, and I wasn't too sure about this trail since it's got medium difficulty, and I don't know if you can see them, but there's some wide tractor tires that have been going up this trail, which means they've been clearing debris and fixing muddy spots and whatnot, so that's good news for us. Well, this has turned into something. The trail app shows that I'm on the right trail, but it's barely a trail. So, and there is wood and trees and stuff thrown all over the place out here. You can see all the tire marks and then all the wood scattered about. They've got some tree, like some forest maintenance stuff going on. I don't know what. To me, it just looks like they're making a mess, but sometimes I have to ask myself, how do I get myself into these predicaments? All right, so I followed this trail down, and once you get to this point right here and make that hard right and go this way, the trail is very narrow and sometimes hard to see. And I'm gonna have to follow this all the way until I get to there. As you can see, it's fairly narrow. It's very pinstripey. At least there's a nice creek right here. But yeah, this is gonna suck. And the already ruined paint is gonna get even more ruined. So, all right, I kind of Austin powered my way and turned around. I got to a spot where it was just, there's no way. So this trail is just not meant for full-size vehicles, but we're basically gonna, the whole trail that we came in on to get back here, we're just gonna take the same trail all the way back to the highway. And then I think we'll take the highway back towards the lake because we're a little over half a tank now, or a little under a half a tank right now. So I don't know if we can make it the rest of the way. So yeah, so we might have to just cut this one short.
One eternity later.
All right, as you can see, we are back on a paved surface. I have aired back up and we are headed home. Probably cut the trip maybe a day short, but I think we've seen a lot up here. So, you know, I gotta say, a lot of people in Phoenix, when they want to go into cooler temperatures and get out of the heat in the valley, they always go up towards Payson or Flagstaff or Sedona. I think if they're skipping out on the 288 and going up in this area, they're missing out. So I'd like to explore some more up here. Hopefully not get on some narrow trails that we can't get off of. Seems to be par for the course for me. I get myself into narrow trails that I can't get out of. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. And keep an eye out for the next adventure coming up fairly shortly.